Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Rachel Lightweaver and we are going to do a reading today on eclipse season. Spirit was giving me the nudge to do a reading specifically for eclipse season. We're already in it. We have an eclipse in Pisces this month. Let me just pull out my calendar here, and this is going to be on Sunday, September 7th, and then we have a partial solar eclipse in Virgo on the 21st. So for those of you who don't know, eclipse season is all about change. Many of you guys could probably feel universe kind of kicking your butt to make some big changes in your life right now. This could be like something as far as, things you don't think that you'd be making the changes now. Like maybe you'd think that you'd make these big changes later down the line. Later down the line, you don't think that you'd be making them right now. It could be like a big move. It could be changes in your diet or your lifestyle, getting a new job, big life changes here, okay? Big life changes, and you don't even expect them to happen now. Just so you guys know, these big changes can happen. They don't have to happen exactly on the eclipse. Sometimes they can happen give it 1 to 3 months before or even after the eclipses happen. So we're in the season. It's a big activation time. We're all stepping into new timelines here, and so it's almost like ask yourself, where are you being asked to change? Where are you being asked to grow? And these big changes that are occurring in our lives, it's requiring us to step out of our comfort zone. So it's not always easy, but it's for our own growth. Spirit is actually showing me the 8 of Cups right now in my clairvoyance. And the 8 of Cups is all about leaving behind a situation that's just not serving you anymore. And it's like you're leaving it behind for your own, you're not growing from this anymore. You know that it's not serving you anymore. And it's like you're leaving it behind for something that you know is going to help you grow and be a better person. And it's for your own personal and spiritual growth. Now, this could be, and Spirit is actually giving me chills. Whenever they start giving me chills, that means I'm getting it right. This could be like something where it really just doesn't make sense on the outside as to why you would be leaving this situation. So let's say you're getting a new job. People around you could be like, oh my God, why would you leave that job to be a yoga teacher or whatever it may be? And it's because deep inside that it just doesn't feel right for you anymore. It doesn't feel right in your body and your bones. It's not helping you. It doesn't feel good to you anymore, right? It's for your own personal and spiritual growth. So it's not going to make sense on the outside. However, it will make sense to you on the inside. Anyways, Spirit really wanted me to share that. Let's go ahead and get into you guys' reading here. So I have your cards out. All right, that was a lot. We have the hummingbird. We have Shiva. Honesty and communication. So this card, I haven't seen any of the other cards as I was preparing, as I pre-pulled your cards, but this card flipped over and I saw it and it flipped over in reverse. So there is a need here for honesty and communication. in some area of your life. Like, don't be afraid of confrontation. Don't be afraid to have the hard conversations this month, because I just have a feeling it's really going to help you grow, and it's really going to help you expand. It's really going to help you change your perspective and clear things up. I feel like this is going to be really important for you guys. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. This is interesting because we have the Virgo eclipse. Let me just check the date again. I know I probably already said it. The Virgo eclipse is on the 21st. And it's coming in reverse. So there is actually a need here to go inward, to kind of tune out the noise, to spend time by yourself, to heal, to kind of gather your thoughts, to get back into your own energy, for you to be able to tell what's right for you and what's not, right? We have time, waiting, cycles, moments. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. So, you know, the Hermit card coming in reverse and the Five of Swords coming in reverse, these are communication cards. You know, Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. I just heard Gemini, so Gemini could be of significance to some of you. This could be like confirmation for some of you. You don't have to be a Gemini for this specific reading to be for you. But there is a sense of time here, that it's almost like waiting, cycles, moments. Like there is a sense of time here where it feels like maybe time is running out and you do need to act on something quickly. Now, as far as this goes, you want to be, this is where the honesty and communication needs to come in. Like, we need to be clear. You don't, I'm getting a sense of like self-sabotage too. Like, you don't want to self-sabotage the situation. And also, like, you want to be paying attention to your inner dialogue, how you're talking to yourself, how you're treating yourself, so that doesn't get projected outward. Let me see here. Let me just tune into this a little bit more. Spirit is showing me the number 13. This is death. This is the death card in tarot. 13 is ruled by the death card. And so you guys are really transforming. You're really shedding old skin. There's an old version of yourself that's actually dying out here. And I feel like, I just feel like you're stepping into a new timeline. And that's why it can feel a little it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. I feel like the communication thing is big. That's coming up here just because we have all these communication cards in reverse. We have the Offering. Okay, let me see where I want to go here. Okay, I want to go to this Shiva card first, just see what this is about. It's on page 123. Every time I see 1, 2, 3, that means I am on the right path. I'm in alignment. There's like a progression. I'm taking steps in the right direction. Okay. Oh, here we go. So this kind of confirming here. You know, I was just talking about the Death card. You guys are changing and transforming. You're shedding this old skin. For many of you guys, one door is closing in your life in order for another one to open. So it says here, and this is just confirmation, like it says, God of destruction and rebirth, you are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as Adi Yogi, the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. Pulling Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It is also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. This is bringing my attention back to the Hermit card being in reversed. This is where I feel like I am getting a sense here. It would be, there is a need to hermit here, for you to be alone, for you to be in your own thoughts and not letting societal, external expectations or standards get in the way of doing what's right for you. Does that make sense? So I feel like that's where the limitation can be, that's where like the limitations are that you're moving past. But this is good though, because they want you to kind of go into hermit to like do the inner work, right? Which I feel that actually many of you are already doing. And then it also says here, it's also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. Beautiful. Now, I kind of want to jump to this hummingbird card. And this is about like the nectar of life. Let me just see here. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. Smart, curious, loves to learn when in balance. I keep hearing like the nectar of life. It's like they want you to drink in the nectar of life, like the things that bring you pleasure and sweetness, and don't forget to value these things, right? Whether it be like surrounding yourself with really positive people, or enjoying like a really yummy, delicious, pleasurable meal, or going to a really awesome concert or something like that, or enjoying really good art, like harnessing that sweetness, that nectar of life, right? It's like it activates in your sacral chakra. So yeah, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So there is a sense here. Now I might get some, I kind of want to ask for some clarity on this. There could be something coming up where there's a need to be resourceful, or like gather your resources as you make these big changes in your life. Angels and guides. What is this Queen of Pentacles? Can you please confirm what this Queen of Pentacles is about? Oh, okay, justice, balance. Okay, I feel like this has to do with like finances. Some of, you guys are making big changes. Some of you guys are worried about, I feel like you guys could be worried about finances, not being fully resourced, to take care of yourself as you're making these big changes. So let me see here. You have two, you have two major arcana clarifying this Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, you're in a place of really wanting to like balance your finances, right? And then I feel, yeah, there's some fear here about like financial loss or like some type of financial loss. Let me see what advice they have for you. Yeah, some of you guys could be like making some type of big move in your life, whatever that may be. All right, what advice do you guys have, please? Oh, they want me to, let me just confirm. Okay, they want me to pull from a different deck to confirm. Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you guys have, please? For the viewers, financial situation, what advice do you guys have, please, for the viewers? Financial situation. The Maiden. The Vision. Interesting. The Vision is coming in reverse. We have the Maiden at the bottom of the deck. So this whole situation, it feels like something new. You guys are in this liminal space. You're in this liminal in between. You're stepping into a new timeline, and your foot is kind of still in the old timeline at the same time. Now, this feels like something new. Like you feel, the Maiden, looking at the Maiden, this is looking at the three feminine archetypes from the Maiden, the Mother, the Crone. The Maiden is the youngest. She's like the princess. She's least experienced. So you guys may be worried about that. But we have the Vision here coming out. Let me just take a look at this, and it's coming out in reverse, so we want to bring that into balance. You want to have a clear vision. Okay, 175. The dream, the imagined, the revealed. It is said that we are each born with a unique vision, a destiny toward which we are aimed. So whatever this is for you guys, it feels important. It feels like this is something that you're meant to be doing right now. It almost feels, for some of you guys, this almost feels like something fated. It just feels like something that is so meaningful to you that you have to do it. And then it says here, it is also said that we forget this vision the moment we are born. Thus, we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. Such is the elusive nature of the vision. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. When we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that others recognize. We trust the world and its synchronicities. We walk through new doors and into wondrous opportunities. We all want to be near those with vision. They emit an energy more potent than any elixir. When we lose connection to the vision, life becomes dull and exhausting, lacking meaning. Bring back the mystery, bring back the dreams. So you want to hold your advice for this financial situation is to really hold that vision, having that clear vision, that clear aim in your mind. This is like your dream, right? To hold that dream. And it says here, when dark. Now this came in reverse. So this is the aspect that it's coming in, that this is the energy that you guys are in right now. However, you have the power to flip it. So, disconnected from art and dreams, listless, aimless. So your advice is to like dream big. You know, use your imagination, trust in the synchronicity, like trust in the vision. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, carrying that inspired vision and that enchanted aliveness that others recognize. Like trusting the world, trusting the synchronicities. When you do that, you're gonna, like, it's like you walk through the new doors and it's wondrous opportunities. Beautiful. All right. So your last card here, we have the offering. Let me see here. This is the gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up. Okay, this is crazy. So this is confirming that Eight of Cups that I was seeing earlier. So something, it's like one door has to close for something else to open. Many of you guys are leaving something behind for something new, and for something, you're leaving behind what isn't working for you or serving you anymore, like those stagnant situations that don't feel good to you anymore. They don't light you up, they don't feel healthy, you don't feel like you're growing from them. So it says here, as you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time and meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. When light, generosity, donation, volunteering. So it says here, once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes. Is there a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special? Now is the time. Wow. All right, you guys. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. I am sending you guys lots of love. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, I will leave my information in the description below. And I'm also Rachel Lightweaver on Instagram and TikTok, where I would love to connect with you on there. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Bye.